YouTubers, how we doing? Let's try this again for the millionth time. Having all sorts of issues doing this live feed right now.
It's not meant to be.
It's not meant to be, right?
There you go.
Thanks, man. Alright, so listen up. Alright. I'm gonna try to do this real quick. And see if we can get this done. I'm gonna just be sharing this out really quick, so just give me a second. Let's see, boom, and copy. Let's see, boom, and copy. All right, so that's one spot. Got one more spot to share it out. All right, so give me. So if anybody wants to say anything, I'll give a shout out or whatnot. Any new drivers watching this channel, and we'll see how it's kicking. So appreciate the patience for watching, and for watching yesterday, because man, I was having a bunch of issues last night. So anyways, I wanted to get on here and talk about my whole experience on hitting that deer live right now. So I wanted to talk about that experience of me hitting that deer, and I got one more last place to share this out to. I'm using my my teammate's iPhone right now to do this, so it's fucking weird as shit.
Did you say the phone's weird?
The phone's weird, man.
You're just not used to it.
Just not used to it, I guess. I appreciate it, brother. So anyways.
Did you fix it all?
Fix it, yeah, it's done. So, I hit 2 deer. You guys could see the last video. I hit 2 deer over here in Colorado, and finally I'm back in the truck, so I'm rolling. But what's happened, I literally spent 8 days being down, and I hope you guys can hear this message. So if you guys give me a like button or something, so I know that you guys can hear this.
8.5 days.
And yeah, 8.5 days. So anyways, I was sitting there for that long. And Sunday when I got hit, when I hit those deers, those 2 deers, nothing happened because nobody was open. So I got towed to the towing yard, and I was about 2.5 hours away from Denver. Denver was really the only spot that I could have went that was a big city, because I was in the middle of nowhere. Crooks, Colorado, if you want to look up that location. So whatever, I got towed to the towing yard, to their tow facility, and I stayed at Sterling, Colorado for these past 8 days. I stayed up in the hotel. So Monday morning I was on the phone, I was calling the company I was leased onto, and everybody, calling the towing company, trying to figure out what I was gonna do. I didn't know that what I know now, that the towing bill was covered and the accident was covered by the insurance. I thought I was gonna come out of pocket with this whole thing. So my options were to either get towed to Denver, or the towing facility, they said that they were gonna fix it, and they said that they could have fixed it there. And I'm like, thinking, why should I get towed 3 hours away when that's just gonna rack up a lot of money, about $3 grand in just a tow bill, and I still got to come out of pocket with the mechanicals, the mechanical bills and the cosmetics. This is me still thinking that I was gonna have to pay for the stuff, so out of my own pocket. So Monday, the only thing that happened was, hey, we're gonna claim this through insurance. And I told them, hey, they could do the work here, and they're like, all right, well, let them do the work. So Monday, nothing happened, nothing got worked on or anything. all what happened Monday was that a claim was put through. Then on Tuesday, then they started working on the estimate, and then once the estimate got worked on Wednesday, the parts got ordered. Then Thursday night, they finally got the parts because the parts had to get special order, and then by Friday afternoon, the truck was ready. So Friday, the truck was ready, but I was ready to roll by 4, end of the business day, and I was ready to roll. But the problem was, the insurance company didn't pay out the tow company, so they weren't going to release the truck to me. So I had to sit for Saturday and Sunday again for the weekend because of a simple thing of being, payment. Now I try to pay it. Because I wanted to get out of there, but the guy was like, I'm not gonna pay it because I've been lost out of money. You can pay on a debit card or credit card, and then you can go and say, hey, I didn't make that charge. This, that, the third. The guy's living in the 20th century, right? So he was like, he didn't want to take any payments for over 10 grand, because that's how much the repairs came out to. So I got the bill here to to educate you folks on what it costs to hit a deer. Well, I hit 2 deer, so maybe it's worse than what it is, but that's the total amount right there. Let's see if you guys can see that. There you go, $9,581, right? And on here, total labor was about $1,600 on the labor, which wasn't too bad, but the radiator was $1,900. Fan shroud, $300. Each headlight, because I broke both of them, was $1,000. So $2,000 on the headlights. And then coolant for the radiator, of course, was $220. Then we got the bug screen, $86. Heat exchanger, we have $215. And the charge air cooler, $900. Transmission fluid, $126, and radiator protection shield, $259. Then the tow for 30 miles was $1,000. And pretty much, and then freight charge for them to go pick up the parts in Denver, right? So $600. So my experience is that I should have went to Denver, right? And I'm here to tell you folks that if you're ever in the situation where you are in the middle of nowhere and your truck gets broken down, you get into an accident, you hit a deer, you hit a car hits you, whatever the case is, and you're broke down, I'm going to tell you to go to the biggest city.
So that to a big city.
The biggest city, and the biggest city was Denver, right?
Especially if you have a Volvo.
Especially if you have a Volvo, where
there's not many Volvo dealerships around.
Right, there's not that many Volvo dealerships around, right? And the reason why I say this is because here's one reason I tell you. I picked up this truck, and obviously I still had the check engine light before I got hit, but now there's more lights blinging. Like it says check transmission because the transmission got touched. Check ECM. And if I had went to the Volvo dealer, like I should have,
they would have cleared all that.
That shit would have been all cleared, right? And me being down for a week wouldn't been feeling too bad, because now I still got to go to the dealer to get it all checked out. Because I mean, the dash is lit up right now. There's way too many lights for me to be driving like this.
And it might have taken less time to do all.
And it might have taken less time because now they didn't have to order the parts and go pick them up, because I lost a day there. So trying to think back at what I could have done better, what could have gone better for next time, was the insurance company for this company is based out of London. So that blows my mind. So that blows my mind right there. It was a big communication issue. Talking to the company talking to them, and then the company talking to a bunch of different people on a different time zone. That was a big mess. All right, so if you can choose one of these that guy had mentioned the towing company had mentioned people that he trusts, that he been doing business with, and they have good adjusters and all that, right? And I'll just say whatever it is. It says he liked it: Progressive, Great West Casualty, Northland Insurance, and Nationwide Insurance. So I'm gonna be checking them out when I have insurance through my own name. See, now luckily for me, because this is a lease purchase, this claim doesn't go on my insurance. So as you guys know, when you hit a car or something happens with your house and you make an insurance claim, it stays on your record, like your consumer record, for 6 years or something. And every time you go to apply for insurance, they look at that as a way to increase the premiums on you, right? So one of the good things about this, about being a lease purchase, was that this was under the carrier's name and not under my name. So when I go to say get my own authority or something, or insurance through my own name, it's not going to show up on my name. So that was one of the good things I liked about it. I know I'm jumping all over the place here. I'm going back to saying why you should tow it to the biggest city was so that you're not having to wait. I wasted another day for them to go pick up the parts and bring it back, because they had to wait. They had to drive 2 hours there, an hour for, you know, lollygagging around, and 2 hours back. So that's 5 hours. Your day is done for the mechanics to get any kind of work done. And had I been at Denver, the biggest city, I wouldn't have lost those 5 hours of that potential day. They would have gotten that all done. The next thing is, I was stuck in a hotel for about 8 days. There wasn't even cab service around here, right? There was a truck stop that I could walk to, and my diet consisted of Chinese food and Domino's for those 8 days. All right.
He made friends,
and I mean it really sucked. And the other thing I gotta say, looking back now, what I could have done, because I lost the load. I was on a load that I had picked up from California, and it was going to the East Coast, and I broke down in Colorado. So after 4 days, the company went, hey, we're gonna come pick up this load. So I lost my trailer and I lost my load. The trailer I had to pick up later, tomorrow hopefully, but that's just another thing to add to the mix. So losing this load, I lost some money that, you know, I'm obviously gonna get some kind of money, but it's not gonna be the money that I thought I was gonna be getting from the get-go. So I was down for 8 days, lost that load that I was on, so I didn't make that money either. So it was, I'm in the hole right now. I'm in the hole, and it sucks. And I thought this was gonna be done in 2 or 3 days. And I thought this was gonna be done in 2 or 3 days. And so we got a comment here. We got Merwin. Oh, Juan Berziga. What's up, man? Hopefully I can say your name right. Shout out to Merwin Berziga. Cool guy, man. And we got 1520 John. Do you think this could have been avoided with the bull guard getting you? Got me thinking about getting one. That's another thing I want to talk about in this video. I had no bull guard on here, right? No bull guard, no, even a little tiny one. So I'm definitely recommending anybody getting one. I never had the reason to get one because, I don't know, I never hit a deer. And my time came and I hit a deer, and it's put me back so far. It's put me so far back, you know, and this is the time when I should be making all this kind of money, because this is the peak season, you know. And so I'm here to tell you folks, this could happen to any of us, right, that's driving a truck. All right. If you guys like this video, I want you to mash the like button, all right, and mash the subscribe button, and check out for other videos. But I'm definitely gonna tell you to get this bull guard. I'm gonna go with a full guard bull nose from Ali Arc, probably. The damn thing costs $3,500. It doesn't matter what it costs, honestly, folks. Even if you spend $1,000 getting a slightly cheaper one or whatnot, just buy it. Just buy something to protect your, to protect the front of that truck, because this being down for 8 days, you lose money. You lose a lot of money, and then not only are you losing money that you could have earned, now you have a truck payment and the trailer payment creeping up on you, and insurance is still going. All these things are going. It doesn't matter why you're broken down, if it wasn't, whether it was your fault or not.
Well, let's face it really quick. I mean, people, we're driving through these animals' known territory. I mean, we built roads through their environment, so they're gonna scamper across, trying to get away from hunters or whatever, or getting to another grazing pasture. But one of the things that we talked about last night and the night before, over this last week, was if we would have gone to a bigger city like Denver and talking to a dealership or whomever we were dealing with in that sector, we could have made a better decision as far as to keep the load going, as far as possibly renting another truck, Ryder or Penske, whatever, even for a couple days, just to get that load out there
and get paid out for that load,
and not lose face with a company. Not that we lost a lot of face with the company. They understand that it happens, but there's so many things you don't think about in the moment. You're thinking, especially if we would have had that lifeline, if you will. And that's one of the things you got to do with any company you work for, is communicate with those affiliated
the people that have been doing this for years, right? People that have been doing that have been in situations like this multiple times, and they could tell you, yo, my man, it's not gonna take you 2 or 3 days to be up. I'm telling you right now, it's just not gonna happen. Somebody to tell you that, somebody so that you can make an informed decision. Because I thought blindly, this being my first accident, I thought this was gonna be done. Hey, whatever, 3 days, 4 days, whatever, and hopefully I could get a load for the weekend or finish this load, But I wish there was somebody to tell me, yo, my man, you need to wake up. This is a very long consuming process, especially when you got insurance going through it. And had I known that, I had 3 options that I could have done. If I would have gotten the truck towed to Denver, that's for one. Then I could have seen some family and friends for those 8 days, because I was stuck in that hotel for 8 days. I couldn't even go anywhere.
You could have flew home.
I could have flew home, right? Spent home for that 1 week. Or I think the best scenario that you could possibly do is rent yourself a Penske truck, continue that load, haul your trailer, and then get another load coming back, and then return the truck
when it's picked up, when it's able to be picked up.
And yeah, exactly, when it's picked up. And hey, you might have maybe 1 day down, but at least you have made some kind of money. Even if you, after the payment of paying the Penske truck, even if you ended up at 0 after paying everything, you're much better off than I am at right now. Because right now I am negative, all right? Like, I am really negative, and I can't help to just say that a lot, because it's real out here, Get an ideal lease and Penske accounts. Yeah.
Well, and this is the other thing that, had he gotten had he known and thought about getting the bumper guard we're talking about and encouraging y'all, wouldn't be sitting here, possibly wouldn't be sitting here in the scenario that we're in. But live and learn, and at the end of the day, like I said, keep those lifelines open with your company. Figure out, ask questions ahead of time. Go, hey, if something happens, because this is the season,
this is season. This is deer season right now.
Especially over the weekend. I mean, he didn't really have anyone that he could contact that we could think of at the after the fact. But even dispatching someone, we would hope someone could say, hey, tow that to the big city. You gotta have a setup protocol, right, when things like this happen. Because granted, you are not thinking of this, right? You get in the truck, you sign the papers, you're like, yeah, I got my own truck, blah blah. Even if you're a company driver, you need to ask these questions. What is a protocol when I hit a deer, get into an accident? Who am I calling? What's going on? You need to ask these questions, because then you can be better informed on what decisions you're going to be making out here that's going to be best for your business. And
and for yourself as a person.
Especially in those wee hours of the morning when you hit that deer.
Yeah, because I hit that deer. It was around 4 in the morning. By the time tow truck came, it was about 6 in the morning, and at 6 in the morning on Sunday, ain't nobody answering their phone.
And he was already out of commission because the heater didn't work in the truck or anything. So
yeah. I was freezing my ass in that fucking back here. This truck gets cold real quick.
It was an ice box.
Yeah. And I was freezing my butt off, waiting for the tow truck. Hopefully I ain't freeze to death. And that's another thing you got to carry in here, folks. You got to carry a heating blanket or something, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I want to say something because I kind of, you know, I ain't going to even say it about the headlights. I'm not even going to say it. Not even going to say it.
Well, maybe you could also look at those deer whistles. I don't know how well those things work, but
I didn't know how well those things work, but a lot of people were recommending it to me.
People have them on their thing, so
yeah.
Give it a try with the bumper and whatnot. I mean, and I don't know, just watch your speeds going through these areas because we had what about a month earlier. I hit that hog, I think it was.
Yeah, you hit the hog in the corner of the bumper.
It flexed the inner corner of the bumper. Luckily, that was all it did. It just knocked the bracket back, and we were able to swing it back out in position. But even that was kind of like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
So
not going in the negative after a hit like that is tough. Yeah, bro. And the part that really sucks, I think, for me, is that this is during the time when
holidays.
This is the holiday. This is the time where you're making a lot of money to cover your ass for
this next season
when freight's gonna be slow, you know. Granted, maybe freight might not be slow because of the whole e-log thing, but you still got to take it. You still got to take this in account as historically, you know, February, March, it's gonna be a slow season, and you're not gonna be making that much money. So anyhow, I wish I would have had that bumper on. I wish I would have had that bumper on. I wish I would have got towed to Denver, and I wish I would have rented a truck. I kept on grinding. All right. While I was eating Chinese food, right? You guys see the thumbnail on this, right? I got this fortune cookie. Like, no lie, this is pretty funny, right? Let me see if this focuses. Let's see if we can get this to focus. But it says right there. Of course.
Just read it to them.
Let's read it to them. All right. It says right here, you shall attain great wisdom with each passing year. Amen to that, right? This is one of those
if you want some free lottery numbers,
learning wise, right? 12, 16, 19, 20, 26, 29.
And if you win, we get 10%.
Yeah. Just run hard to the end of December. Wish you good luck, broski. All right, Merwin. Hey, man. Merwan. I gotta say Merwan, man. It's so hard. I see Merwin. I want to say Merwin. Anyways, from Merwan.
You should not call him Merlin, you know.
Oh, Merlin, like the Great Wizard, right?
Yeah.
Merwan, appreciate it.
We'll just call you Big M. What's up, Big M?
Right. So, anyways, folks, it was real talking to you guys. What I had to come out with the insurance was the deductible was $2,500. And that's what I lost on top of losing the money that you could have gotten from running or whatnot.
It's been a heck of an early December, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Really hard. So hopefully I can locate myself one of these nice big bumpers and the style that I want, and
then it's not a pain in the butt to put on.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be putting it on.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's not a difficult process.
Yeah. Just bolt on. But I think it weighs 340 pounds, bro. So that's the only issue.
We'll get some blocks. We'll build up a little bit of
cribbing.
Yeah, at least on one side, and then we can lift up the other side. We'll bolt it in.
Yeah.
You know, kind of get a little working smarter than harder.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys.
And drink water.
I'm just glad I'm finally starting to enroll because I was literally losing my mind in that hotel.
He was.
And
that PlayStation didn't help.
I had the PlayStation, man, but there's only so much PlayStation you can do for 8 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not into that. Like, I'm into making money right now. Like, those kid days are over. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a grown up or anything like that, but it was fine playing video games for 2 or 3 days, but then come on, now I wanna hustle and I wanna do something. You know what I mean? I don't want to just be sitting here.
That's why it goes back to that point. Tow yourself. If you have any questions, you know how to contact Hamlet, and you know, just tow yourself to a big city.
Yep.
And you know, if there's not a big city, you know, do the best you can.
Do the best you can, right?
But if you can, and it's gonna be a long process.
It's gonna be a long process.
Insurance, either insurance or out of pocket. I mean, they still gotta order the parts and hunt the stuff down, and if it's on back order or whatever, you never know with these companies.
Yep.
So you know, find yourself another truck you can rent and finish off your load.
Even I will tell you right now, even if the tow bill came out to, and I had to pay for it, even if it came out to $3 grand, I'm telling you right now, still do it, because it is still worth it. Because like I said, the key is to just break even at being down, even after you rent the truck and complete the load, and you know. Even if you break even, you're winning. When you get negative, this is tough, all right? I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't have your money stacked up in your savings account and the checks start bouncing, it takes a while to get, you know, to recruit from that. So anyways.
Well, and if you got family at home, which a lot of you do.
Yep. And if you have a driver that you gotta pay, right? Driver's like, I need to get paid, man. I don't care if you got no money in the bank.
I don't care if you're buying the Chinese food. I got the Fanta, but you know, hey, at the end of the day, you got to keep your spirits about you. And like I said, it's gonna happen. Hopefully not, but once in a while. But whatever you do, just keep yourself up, and you know, it will all come together.
Yeah. So I hope you guys learn from my mistake, like the video is titled, learn from my mistake. Get you a bull guard, get you some deer whistles, and have a plan, all right? Get towed to the biggest city. It doesn't matter if that bill comes out to $3 grand or you're 2 hours away. I'm telling you to just do it, because this is a long, painful process.
And if you get towed to a podunk town, just prepare yourself. It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
That's why if you can get to the bigger city, at least you have options with taxis, Ubers. You can go home if that's what your choice is.
Yep.
The choices grow.
Choices grow. It's not like sit here and wait, all right? So anyways, learn from my mistake. This is Hamlet Dubois with my brother, my driver buddy.
Main Train Brandon. Thank you.
Check y'all later.